I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman. So this past weekend, I went to go see the new Batman movie, The Batman, starring Robert Pattinson, and this is what this video is about. We're going to talk about it. We're going to give it a little review. So a little background here. Just being upfront and honest, I was never a fan of the Ben Affleck Batman. I didn't care for him in Batman vs Superman. I didn't care for him inside the Joss Whedon Justice League, and I didn't care for him in that much inside the Zack Snyder's version of Justice League. I thought he was done wrong the way he was written. Nothing against Ben himself, but it was not a good version of Batman in my opinion. So when I heard that he wasn't doing a solo Batman movie for whatever reason, I was like, okay, this is fine. Maybe they've come up with something else. And that something else was Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves' Batman. And, he's younger. Patterson is younger, so I was like, oh, we're going to get another origin version of Batman. Do we really need that? But Matt Reeves was attached to it, so I was like, you know what? I got faith in Matt Reeves, because Matt Reeves, he is great. Like, his films are fantastic to me. I don't have no complaints at anything that he put out. You know what I mean? So I got faith in this project. So that's what I'm about to do here. I'm about to give my review on this film. But before I go any further, I would really appreciate it if you guys give me that thumbs up and subscribe and leave a comment. It really helps my channel out. So let's begin with this review of The Batman 2002. So as I stated earlier, this is a younger Batman. I think he's only inside his second year. This is only year 2 of Batman. And speaking of year 2, this movie feels like the book Batman Year 1, Batman Long Halloween, Batman Dark Victory. It feels like those comic books that I read. There's a lot of elements inside there. There's also elements of there's Tall Tale games that came out some years back, Batman Tall Tale 1 and Batman Tall Tale 2. If you never played those, definitely check those out. Anyhow, so Batman is working with the Gotham City Police, and they are tracking down this serial killer who is killing political figures in Gotham. The serial killer ends up being the Riddler, and this is not a Riddler like we have seen before. This Riddler is very similar to the Zodiac Killer, very similar to what's his name, Jigsaw from the Saw movies. He is out there. Like, even his design is totally different from the bullet hat and the glasses and the green outfit that he used. He's still goofy, but there is no cane. You know what I mean? It's just pure evil from this guy, and his story is wow. It will blow you away. There are other characters inside this too. Catwoman is inside here, a great version of Catwoman, an even better version of the Penguin. But again, this is more of a detective story than any other kind of Batman movie that we have seen before. We've seen Batman do his detective work in a little bit in movies, but not to the extent of how he does it inside this one. So there's a good balance of detective work and action inside this, and drilling and everything. It reminds me of a lot of some films from the 90s and the 80s that had this same type of flow to it. It's a crazy genre. Matt Reeves had a task in front of him. I have to give it up to him, because he had to step away from what been going on with the Ben Affleck and the Snyder fans, the Snyderverse and all that stuff. He had to come up with a totally fresh new story with a younger Batman, and he nailed it. He nailed it. Gotham looks great. Batman looks great. The characters in the Batman look great. The story that was put together, that was great. Everything is everything fits and mesh well. There is some of course, this is some pacing issues, and it is a bit long, but it may be longer than it really needs to be. I mean, even though you want to put the story together, the clues and all that stuff, it still feels like 3 hours for his first film. That's a bit much. I mean, Other than that, I thought it was good. I thought that was great. Um, the acting, this is really good. You see the mental illness that Batman has, that Bruce Wayne has. You see it. Robert did a great job with that. The illness that the Riddler has, like he is an intense character. Um, Jim Gordon was fantastic, and this Catwoman did a great job. The Penguin, like I didn't even, I knew that was Colin Farrell, but like seriously, they did a fantastic job on the makeup. But his acting was great in this, you know. Like Bruce Wayne's facial expressions, it's just like you read him as a man who's really messed up. Um, to the way how Alfred is compassionate towards Bruce, and even though Bruce is pushing him away, like you can still see the love there for him. You can even see like the love, the attraction between Batman and Catwoman, and it was even better than it was inside the Dark Knight Rise. So everyone did a great job. Being the smaller characters like the Mayor and Carmine, just fantastic work here. So I'll be lying if I say that this is a perfect film, because it's not a perfect film. Most films aren't completely perfect, but there is, like I said earlier, there's some pacing issues. The movie's a little bit too long. There are some other things that I didn't really care for. Um, See how Batman is, when he walks, he makes noise, or even though I know he's a rookie, he's gonna make rookie mistakes. I just felt like, I don't know. I'm not used to that. I've read a lot of Batman. I've read a lot of Batman year one, year zero, early years of Batman. It's just some stuff was just like I'm sitting there and at the movie theaters, and I could figure out half the clues that was going on. The action is good, but you know, sometimes when there's no action going on inside of it, I don't want to say it's boring, but it can be a bit dull. Like, all right. And even though I like this version of Bruce Wayne, even though I like this version of Bruce Wayne, I wasn't in love with this version of Bruce Wayne. Um, it's just him moping around and looking like, I don't want to say anything bad, but it looks like he was on something. And he probably was, probably medication. They didn't show it, but it looked like the dude should have been on medication. That was a bit of downer for me. I know that's the start of Batmobile, but that was a downer for me. Even the Bat Signal, I did not like the way it looked. I'm pretty sure in the sequels, both of those things be better, along with his gadgets, that'd be a lot better too. I know this was more about the detective side, but I just felt like some stuff was missing. So Zoe auditioned to be Catwoman for the Dark Knight Rise. She didn't get it, but she did get this role, and she did a great job as Catwoman. But she said to prepare her role as Catwoman that she was drinking milk out of a bowl. And I just thought that was real funny. I feel that overall that this is a great Batman film. This is a great movie, and I enjoyed it. Do I feel like it's the best Batman movie? No, I don't. But I do appreciate this version of Batman that we got. It's different than any other Batman that we had gotten before. Those Robert Pattinson haters, they can suck it. Truly, because he did his thing inside this. I do want to see more growth in the sequels, and I know there are going to be sequels to this. So here's my rating system. And I am going to give The Batman 4 out of 5 stars. It's a great film. I'm pretty sure if you've seen this video, you already seen that film. So I'm about to get off this thing. Please consider giving my channel a subscription. Definitely give this video a like if you liked it. Leave a comment, and talk to you next time.